You track your finances. You measure your quarterly business targets. You analyze the metrics on every project you manage. You live by the principle that what gets measured gets managed. And yet, you walk into the gym. You pick up weights based on feel. You rest about a minute. You do the same exercises in the same order because it's comfortable. You treat the single most important system you will ever manage, your own body, with random arbitrary guesswork. And then you wonder why your progress has stalled. You wonder why the effort you're new expending isn't producing a clear return on investment. Your effort is commendable, but your system is broken. You are leaking potential. You're operating on hope, not engineering. And hope is a terrible strategy for building an empire. This isn't a motivational problem. This is a data problem. You don't need more hype. You need a protocol. The gym is not an escape from logic. It is the ultimate laboratory for it. Every rep is a data point. Every bead of sweat is feedback. Every plate on the bar is a variable in an equation. Your body is the most complex piece of machinery you will ever own, and you are treating it like a black box. We are going to change that. Today, we are installing a new operating system. We call it the Iron Protocol. This isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter. It's about applying the same ruthless logic and data-driven analysis that builds billion-dollar companies to the architecture of your own physique and mind. Because the man who builds himself with precision in the gym is the same man who builds his life with precision outside of it. This is the blueprint for maximizing your return on investment, not just on your time under the bar, but on your entire life. The first pillar of the protocol: you cannot optimize what you do not track. This is the foundational law of all engineering. You wouldn't try to increase a company's profit without first reading its balance sheet. Yet, you are trying to increase your strength, your health, and your discipline without establishing a single baseline. Your memory is flawed. Your feel is biased by your mood, your energy, the caffeine in your system. Feeling strong is an emotion. Lifting 5 more pounds than last Tuesday is data. Stop guessing. Start logging. Data is your weapon. The analogy is simple. A pilot does not fly a plane by feeling the altitude. He trusts his instruments. A CEO doesn't feel if a division is profitable. He reads the P&L statement. Your training log is your instrument panel. It is your personal profit and loss statement for your physical capital. Here is the proof. The single biggest variable for muscle growth is progressive overload. It is the non-negotiable law. But progressive overload is not an accident. It must be engineered. How can you ensure you are progressing if you cannot accurately recall what you did last week or last month? You can't. So you stagnate. You hit plateaus and call them limits, when in reality they are failures of documentation. Your assignment is simple. Starting today, you become a meticulous record keeper. Every set, every rep, every weight, every rest period. Use an app, use a paper notebook, I don't care. Just log the data. This log is not a diary. It is a blueprint for your next session. It is the undeniable proof you send to your own brain that you are 0.5% better than you were yesterday. This, architect, is how you build belief. Belief isn't magic. It's the result of accumulating evidence. Build the evidence. This data log does more than track weights. It tracks your commitment. It becomes a physical record of your integrity. When you see months of consistent entries, you are not just seeing numbers. You are seeing proof that you are a man who does what he says he will do. That is the ultimate ROI. Now go collect the data. The second pillar of the protocol. Effort is your variable, but the system is your constant. Data is useless if it isn't processed correctly. Your action in the gym is the processor, but most men let their processor, their effort, get hijacked by emotion. They feel great. They add 30 pounds to the bar. They break form. They get injured. Or they feel tired. They cut the workout short, and they compromise the data. This is a failure of the system. Your feelings are not the protocol. The protocol protects you from your own emotional volatility. The system, your workout plan, is the objective standard. Your only variable is the intensity you bring to that system. Think of it like this. A high-performance engineer doesn't randomly overclock a CPU just because he feels good. He stresses the system methodically, just to the edge of its known safe parameters. logs the results, and then adjusts. He respects the system. Respect the system. Here is the proof. The difference between an amateur and a professional is not effort, it's consistency. The professional shows up and executes the plan regardless of how he feels. The amateur only works when he's motivated. The gym is your laboratory for this skill. This is where you practice divorcing your actions from your feelings. That last rep when your lungs are burning and your mind is screaming to quit. That is not a test of strength. It is a test of your adherence to the protocol. The system said 10 reps. You will deliver 10 reps. This is the transfer. The man who can execute the 10th rep when he wants to quit is the same man who can make the difficult sales call when he feels rejection. He's the man who can finish the critical project report at 10 p.m. when his lazy colleagues have already gone home. He has trained his nervous system to execute on command, not on mood. Execute on command. Stop confusing listening to your body with obeying your weakness. Your body will send you pain signals if you are injured. That is data. Listen to it. But your mind will send you tired signals, bored signals, lazy signals. That is noise. The protocol is the signal. Your job, operator, is to filter the noise and execute the plan. The ROI is not just muscle. The ROI is a mind that does not negotiate with weakness. The third pillar of the protocol. The output is not the goal. It is the data for the next cycle. You get the big promotion. You close the big deal. You hit your goal weight on the squat. What does the average man do? He celebrates. He coasts. He takes his foot off the gas. He treats the goal as a finish line. This is a catastrophic design flaw. In engineering and in life, there is no finish line. There is only the next iteration. The win is not the end state. The win is just more data. The process is the prize. The analogy: when a software company launches version 1.0, do the engineers go on vacation forever? No. They immediately start collecting bug reports and user feedback to build version 1.0. The launch wasn't the end. It was the beginning of the next feedback loop. Your new personal record is not a trophy to be polished. It is version 1.0. The fatigue you feel, the soreness, the way your form held up or didn't, that is the user feedback. You log it, you analyze it, and you design the protocol for version 1.1. This is the mindset that separates the executive from the intern. The intern works for the weekend. The executive, the true builder, works for the next cycle of growth. He knows that success is not a destination. It is a system of continuous improvement. Success is a system. Iterate. This is your legacy. Your legacy isn't a pile of money or a title on a door. Your legacy is the system you build. It's the anti-fragile machine of your mind, your body, and your character that gets stronger from the stress, not in spite of it. You are not just lifting weights. You are building that machine. You are not just tracking reps. You are engineering a legacy of excellence. The ROI from the gym, the true output, is the man you become while chasing the goal. A man who understands that every end is a new beginning. Every summit is the base of the next mountain. The output is just input. This is the Iron Protocol. It is a three-part system. You stop guessing and start tracking. Your integrity is your data. You stop letting feelings dictate your work and let the system command your action. And you stop treating success as a finish line and view it as data for the next iteration. This is how you build a body of armor and a mind of steel. This is how you guarantee a return on every ounce of effort. This is not a workout hack. This is an engineering blueprint for a new life. Your old, random, guesswork-based operating system is now obsolete. The installation of the Iron Protocol is complete. Now your new life begins. If you are committing to this system, then make your pact. Subscribe to this channel. This is not a subscription. This is your enlistment. You are joining a legion of men who choose logic over laziness. And in the comments, I want you to write, "Protocol installed." This is your final digital signature. Your public declaration that the old random way of living is over. The excuses are done. The data is waiting. Get up, go to the lab, and execute the protocol.